coach for the Bears in the 1980s.
I take that as a compliment. Defensive-minded, hard-nosed defense. We got the big interior, good linebackers, solid safety.
Like you brought the pound of brewski and some sausage.
I don't know what I'm doing. This is not the intro. Oh gosh. I didn't have a comeback player of the year. I had a surprising player. It's someone that Carrie's gonna like.
Bad taste.
Wow.
Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold
Jesus
is
Christ.
gonna have a great year in Minnesota.
What did he come back from? Sucking?
He's in on Will Levis like he was in on Daniel Jones. It's okay.
I've never been on Daniel Jones that much.
Zach Carey! Don't like.
My goodness. I supported that guy like 3 years ago.
Dude.
And the last one.
Oh, how soon they forget.
Or no?
I don't know. I just like the music idea. Also,
music idea is good.
Zach, in-game interviews.
Yeah, and I've talked it over. We have a tripod that I showed you guys last week that you thought was not a tripod. You thought was something.
Well, you held it upside down, so.
Okay, that was an error on me, but it wasn't tripod. You only thought it was that if you already knew what that was beforehand. Coming into the podcast, you had to know what a dildo was in order to. Anyways.
And Beerly fans.
So yeah, we're gonna have
on YouTube.
Speaking of which, we found out earlier. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beerly Football Podcast. It's about football with Beerly. I am your host, Zachary Smith. Joined with me as always are my two very good friends. Don't make him beg, but he loves getting pegged. It's Beerly Trust.
Dude, that's something we're going to have to leave in the past, man. That's something I keep hoping that you'll forget, but you never do.
All right. And our other host, don't put him in a muzzle because he likes to do puzzles. It's really scary.
I would love the mild introduction like that.
I love that.
Shout out to Asai, already in the live chat.
Let's go, Isai.
Also, repping for the first time on Beerly history, we have a Drake May jersey.
Oh my God.
Mac Jones era is over. It's Drake May time, baby.
No, it's the Jacoby Brissett era, brother.
Wait, that is a Mac Jones jersey, though, right?
That is a Drake May jersey.
Oh, shit.
Sadly.
All right. It would have been way cheaper just to use duct tape and a Sharpie, but,
it would have been, yeah.
Potentially.
I have a serious question for you, too, which we talked about a little bit before the show. I just want to get your quick thoughts. This is very football related. What are your guys' thoughts on bidets in 2024? Are you guys toilet paper fans? It's a serious issue.
I know Trevor's probably a big fan of bidets, but
no, you guys are fucking. I don't even like cussing that much. You guys are terrible, man. You guys are terrible.
Toilet paper's good old.
I was really locked in, ready for a football question too. Yeah. I'll get the elephant out of the room, man. I'm sweating. I was in the bathroom like 5 seconds before we went live.
But did you use a bidet?
No, I chickened out.
I want to know how it is. You got to let us know sometime.
I know some people that like it. I think I would be uncomfortable. I think I would be.
Yeah, it's a weird. I feel like it'd be weird.
With a bidet?
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm the most bidet friendly, and I didn't even use it.
Well, so here's the thing. It's like I'm like
bidet friendly.
Here's the thing. Just the thought of like cold water, like,
What do you mean? Here's the thing. About to go on a bidet spiel.
The cold water going places, that would make me uncomfortable. I imagine.
I guess we're not going to get sponsored by bidet anytime soon. If that's
you know what, bidets. If you want to sponsor Billy Trev Scott. He probably needs the soothing presence of a bidet after he gets pegged. All right, but let's go into football. Is there anything?
We're gonna play along with it.
How about what we're drinking?
Yeah. We got to talk about drinks. We got to talk about drinks. Let's start with. You know what, Trevor? I peg you as a guy that likes Blue Moon. What are you having tonight?
I just want to let you know that you're wrong. That's one of the beers that I really don't like. I don't like that earwaxy taste. I thought you knew that about me. I'm kind of hurt.
I thought you liked Belgian whites.
Nah. But, Germany. Schafferhofer. I went easy, boys. 2.5%. They still got the dents in them because I dropped them on the floor in Publix. None of them busted, so I brought them home with me.
It just squirts right in his face.
Are those actually 2.5? Yeah. Are they actually 2.5%?
Yeah, dude. This thing is like, it actually tastes like beer though. Like,
I didn't even know they sold like stuff that was that low.
He definitely said he likes Belgian whites.
No, I can't stand a Blue Moon, dude.
Sorry.
Trevor loves Belgian blacks.
That actually tastes like a beer. For being 2.2.
That's a great insight there from Billy Truscott.
No,
it tastes like a beer.
Podcast.
No, hang on, because I meant like at 2.5%, it's not going to taste much like a beer, is it? But
what are you expecting it tastes like? Like juice?
Honestly, it tastes more like a grapefruit cocktail than it does a beer. But it has some beer qualities too. It has just as many beer qualities as cocktail qualities.
That's even lower than a Seagram's. What is Seagram's?
Seagram's is like 4.
Trevor's going crazy tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
They come in a pack of 4, so I'll crack a few.
There you go.
All right, there you go. What are you having tonight, Kerry?
All right. Since I'm from New Hampshire originally, I wanted the local New Hampshire beer from Rockpile IPA, Tuckerman's Brewing Company. Another solid can. If I can get it on the screen, the Bones.
Yeah.
It's Hey, I won our beer matching contest at the bachelor party, but I am terrible at telling IPAs apart. I just can't do it. They all taste the same. Some of them are worse than others. Some of them are okay. But like the average IPA, I'm just not an IPA snob, unfortunately.
I went and asked Kerry during the beer matching. I think he was like 2 or 3. I was very honest, very pure referee, which is something I take pride in. Anyways, I said Kerry, I was like, Kerry, because I felt bad for him. He was in last place. He was already like 0 for 2.
Struggling.
I was like, what would you get? He's like, I know I'd get a Corona. And I think we gave him a Corona, and I think he got it wrong.
Just got the Bud Light, I think.
That was a fun game off the top of the head.
That was an outstanding quote from Trev Scott. Sometimes it's a star sentence, and I'm not sure where it's going.
When did I say that? Stole that from Michael Scott. So
who is that? Hubert?
I have no idea. I could not tell you.
I hope so.
Esai's got himself a Tall Boy IPA right now. Shout out to Esai. I am finishing up these Coors Banquets in the baby bottles.
Aw, do they taste like little baby juice?
It does. It tastes like little baby juice.
We should have that as like a punishment. Loser has to like drink a baby juice thing or like eat a baby food or something. That'd be a fun one.
That would be a fun one. Very true. Any college football topics you guys want to talk about before we move into NFL? Is this college football season as well?
No, but I will say, because I don't want to talk about the Gators, but I'll talk about Colorado a little bit. I saw Shedeur Sanders was on what do you call those? A stream. What we're doing right now, a stream. Unbelievable.
I know who it is.
But with Kai Cenat, I think, and he was talking about his celebrations. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you're saying you know who it is in the chat.
Yeah, no. So I know who Hans Angel Teames is.
I thought you meant you knew where I was going with what I was about to say. If I said it. I was like, you don't know where I'm going because I don't even know where I'm going. But yeah, Travis Hunter was on a live trying out some wild new celebrations. So if you're around a TV, got a beer in your hand this Saturday, maybe turn the Colorado game on. Looks like Travis Hunter's got some fun celebrations in store.
Isn't it wild that Miami is in the?
That's Zane Smith. That's funny. Dude, that's Zane.
Shocker.
But
yeah. Archie Manning, he looked pretty good.
Oh, that was a crazy run, wasn't it?
I thought he went faster than Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, he went like 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour or something.
And I think Ewers is out this week, right? So Manning will be starting again.
Why? He's injured?
Yeah.
I was trying to bet on him, but yeah, he wasn't there. Interesting. But they don't have anybody there on like Tuesdays.
He's questionable, I think, for this week. Manning looked good though.
Yeah, I heard which everybody's making football content nowadays. This could have came from literally anywhere. But I heard he was after 2 weeks, a Heisman top 10 in a Heisman race. If there even is a Heisman race after week 2.
Ewers?
No, Manning.
Oh. This is week 3.
How long is Ewers going to be out? That's why I'm saying, why?
I think it's just if he misses a game, it would just be this week.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But did you guys see the Georgia-Kentucky game?
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
That was a lot of bad football.
Almost lost to Brock Vandagriff in his revenge game.
Shout out to Brock Vandagriff. What a name.
Do you think it's just an off week for Georgia, or is this?
I think it's just an off week for Georgia. I don't see this carrying over very far.
A lot of football teams are having off.
And Kentucky always plays them pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky is what is their mascot? Are they Bulldogs?
Wildcats.
Yeah.
They're sneaky. They're a sleeper. They're a trap game.
They are.
If you look at Kentucky, every year they're a trap game.
And they always got an annoying ass quarterback too. Devin O'Leary, Will Levis. We'll get around to some Will Levis. I've been waiting on this day.
But yeah, it wasn't too crazy a week in college football, honestly.
No, it was a very easy week to bet on. I put I don't know.
Not for me.
Huh?
Not for me.
Wait, Zane lost money this week?
No, not for me.
Oh, why?
Did not win money in college football this week.
Dude, I bet I had a 6 or 7 leg, which the odds weren't even that good. I think I put in 25 or 35, and I think I only won back 22 or something like that. But still, it was it was on guys that should win, and they all won pretty dominant fashion.
Better than betting on the Jaguars, I guess.
Zach, we'll get there.
We want to do a couple of quick pick'em games for this week for pride, for glory.
College pick'em?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
All right.
It's my least favorite part of the show, doing college pick'em, but
we'll do one each. All right, this for you, Zach. USC at Michigan. Michigan's offense looked terrible.
Give me USC.
USC? Yeah, I like that. I feel like the Michigan offense is just a mess.
Yeah. They don't have an offense.
Donovan Edwards, I bet on him this past weekend. They played somebody easy last week. Who did they play? Michigan? Anybody have that off the top of their head?
Somebody bad, and the guy had Warren had 3 picks again.
Yeah, they blew. Huh?
The Michigan quarterback. He
Warren Morris?
It's Arkansas State. No, Warren.
Oh, is it Morris Warren? I thought it was Warren Morris.
Bro, this sounds like a Harry Potter character.
It is Davis Warren, who has 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions on the season.
Oh, I thought you meant on Saturday. What did he have on Saturday?
0 touchdowns, 3 picks.
My bad. Warren Morris is a guy in my NCAA 25. Sorry. Sorry.
I didn't bet on this game, but I think I had money on the running back Donovan Edwards, and he hit in the second quarter. So,
all right.
Shout out to Price Picks. Shout out to Flex Friday.
All right, Trevor. How about this one? Tennessee at Oklahoma.
Oh, give me Tennessee, bro.
Yeah, Tennessee.
They've been dogs. Yeah, this is. I don't like that part of the show, but thank you for giving me an easy one. That's gonna be a clip when they lose, but. Tennessee's been nasty. Shout out to Nico.
And I'm gonna
they
pick
played so good. They won 71-0 last week.
Yeah,
I bet on Nico, and they rebooted him because he was out of the game in the first or second quarter.
And I'm going to pick the greatest top 25 matchup this Friday. Illinois at Nebraska, 24 versus 22.
Give me Nebraska by
I'll take Nebraska as well.
I'll take Illinois with the upset. Illinois 3-0 this year. Why not? They've been playing good. I think this is the last time they've been top 25 in a long time.
Isai, I'll start putting.
Who's the coach there now?
What's that?
The Bears guy's gone, right?
Yeah, Lovie Smith, I think, is gone.
I don't even know who their coach is now.
I'm just curious. Illinois.
I don't really get down with college football like I used to. Probably because the Gators suck.
Probably.
I probably will later on in the season, though.
Brett Bielema is the head coach.
Bro, who are all these Harry Potter characters, bro?
You know, he used to be the head coach at Arkansas.
Wow.
Oh, what happened with him?
Well, apparently he went to Illinois.
No, something viral in like the last 2 years, right? He said something.
Maybe.
Or, one of their players died at practice or something.
Something like that, I guess. I don't know.
All right, ready for NFL?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's head in a pick 'em.
Well, I'm here.
Last week,
Shit.
I was told I was going to lose. We all went 2-1 last week. We all picked the Commanders, who won. I was the only one to pick the Browns.
So did you lose?
No, we all tied. I picked the Browns. You guys picked the Jaguars, but I picked my Patriots, and they lost, sadly. So current standings for 2 weeks: Zach and Trevor first place, 4-2. I'm in third, 3-3. We had not too many pick 'em winners last week on Twitter, only 13. Play along with us every Friday. Get all 3 right. We'll shout you out on the
Yeah, Trev, post those plays from Isai.
What?
You don't want to see his plays.
Bro, I won a lot of money this weekend. And I forgot about it because it was on Flex Friday on Prize Picks. I didn't even mean to put it in, but they give you you put $20 in, and if you miss, they give you your money back.
It's nice.
And I actually hit Nico got rebooted, and somebody else, AJ Brown, got
They ruined Flex Friday though.
Huh?
Because it used to be that you could bet again with promo funds, but now you can only use Flex Friday with actual cash. So you used to be able, you could literally just bet every Friday and never lose money.
Oh.
No, sadly. You still get promo funds back, but.
What? I got. Oh, if you lose?
Yeah, you get promo funds.
Oh,
you just can't use
bet with that?
Yeah, you can bet it on other bets. You just can't do it for Flex Friday.
Oh, that kind of sucks. But anyways, I got kind of bailed out because I put in a 6-leg. 2 of them got rebooted, and I went 4 for 4. I don't remember what all 4 of them were. I remember Derrick Henry had a touchdown, and Cairo Santos and Kai Fairbairn. I needed one of them to make a field goal that was longer than 48, and they combined for 6, so they blew it out of the water. But yeah, I got you, Asai. Bo, also, I'm not saying this.
I hate Kai Fairbairn.
I know I sound confident, but if you lose money, it's on you, not me.
I hate Kai Fairbairn.
Why?
I was projected to win in fantasy. I was up by maybe 20 or something. And I had CJ Stroud, and he tanked Dell and Kai Fairbairn and somebody else in that late game. And somehow Fairbairn had 20-something points, and I lost. Come on.
Are you talking about in Friends League?
No, that was my other league.
I don't call that Friends League. I call that Auxiliary League because I'm not friends with anybody in that group.
What?
Zach.
Except for y'all.
Zach.
Jared,
your brother?
And Zane.
Jared?
I'm friends with 4 of the people in the group.
Clayton?
What about
I barely know Clayton.
Scott?
I wouldn't consider us friends.
Wow.
I know them.
Zach, 0-2 in Beer League Fantasy. Are you still guaranteeing playoffs? Can we get an official
Absolutely.
statement?
He does it every year. He guarantees playoffs. You'll fall off at some point, Trevor. So
why?
You always do.
I fell off this week, and I still won.
All right. It's time for Pick 'em winners again. 13 winners this week. Play along with us Friday. Our 13 winners this week. At Game Day Garage, loves sports and beers. You should listen to the show.
He sounds like a beerly boy.
I know. At MRB1138, level 42 husband. At Reed Rider 12, true believer plus Cowboys fan. I guess you got to be a true believer to be a Cowboys fan. At Swart_Dave, retired gentleman. At Gary446653335, rugby and Rams fan. At Mark_Trollinger, craft beer fan. Another guy that should listen to this podcast if he doesn't already. At Fire and Brim, check out their podcast on YouTube. At JRichard64, proud resistor. At Matt_33OH, Browns fan. At Lana Joe 58, hardcore Democrat. At GRFII, Steelers fan. At Mary Izzareri, 22 champ, common winner, as always. Good job, Mary. And the last one, one of Zach's least favorite people ever.
Okay, first off, that's not true.
Before I announce it, is he a real person or is he a figment of our imagination?
Jackson?
At Jackson Jeremy, our last
one. Love Jackson, man.
Yeah, congrats you all. Play along with us this Friday. You get a free shout out on here. All right, Trevor. You pick our games yet?
We got a lot of teams in the NFL that are 2-0. And that's going to be our first matchup. We got the Houston Texans going into Minnesota to take on the Vikings. What do you guys think on that one? That'll be a fun one. I'm taking Houston, man. I'm taking Houston, and then never mind. Until the wheels fall off.
You didn't make a Houston woman joke.
No. I'll make it. No, I'm not going to say it. Should I say it or no?
Say it. Why not?
All right. The beautiful black women in Houston, Texas, going to inspire the team.
Wait, is it in Minnesota or is it in Houston?
They travel well. It's in Minneapolis, but they travel well.
Give me the Vikings.
They're damn
Sam Darnold masterclass once again.
Vikings have looked really good. Sam Darnold's looked good, but I think Texans are the better team. I think Texans take it. But
I like it. It's
gonna be a good game, though. Good game.
Yeah, the first one me and Zach went back and forth on.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have agreed all season long so far.
Another one, the Grit Bowl. In week 3, the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh.
Squaring off in Pittsburgh, 1 o'clock, September 22nd, 5 days before my sister's birthday. Who do you guys got?
These are both teams that should not be 2-0, but they are.
I agreed.
You can never call Steelers games, bro. They could win any game they're in.
That is true.
I'm gonna go Chargers. I don't have a reason.
That's fair.
It's just I think I'd be remiss if the Steelers start 3-0.
Who did the Steelers play week 1?
They played the Falcons.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they beat them like 16-10, right?
And then they barely beat a Broncos team that is not confident at all. Chargers a little more confident. I'll take the Chargers.
But that's how the Chiefs play you. Is Russ playing this week or no?
No, he's the backup, brother.
No, he's not.
Whoa, he's healthy?
No, they're still saying he's injured.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, he's injured. He's got his feelings hurt from losing the starting job to Justin Fields.
They gave him the game ball for the game last week?
Huh?
They gave Russ the game ball from the game last week.
Nasty.
He didn't even play.
That's like, what do you call it when the kid is about to die?
Make-A-Wish?
Make-A-Wish, yeah.
Is Russ a Make-A-Wish quarterback now?
Bro, yes. He gave him the game ball and he didn't even play. That's nasty.
I feel like Trevor's taking the Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers.
I knew it.
I like it.
Who are y'all taking?
We both took Chargers.
All right.
A lot of differences this week.
Last game. I'm actually coming up with this on the spot. I'm thinking Lions and Cardinals, but I feel like we'd all take Lions, right?
Lions have not looked that good this year.
No, they haven't.
Do we want to do Lions Cards?
Who are the Cowboys playing? It's not a good game.
Ravens.
Ooh. That's a good game.
I need to talk about the Cowboys later.
Not yet.
We can do that one if you guys want. Y'all know who I'm rocking with.
Ravens pick up their first win of the season.
Lions, Cardinals, or Ravens, Cowboys?
I'd go Ravens, Cowboys. I think it's a more fun game.
Well, yeah. I'm taking Baltimore. Is everyone taking Baltimore?
I'm taking Ravens.
I think I'll take the Ravens as well.
Would we split up on Lions, Cardinals at all, or no?
I don't know.
I might take the Cardinals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll take the Lions. Zach, you want to do that one instead?
That's a harder game to pick.
I'll take the Lions. Yeah.
Guess that's a better choice then.
Imagine, bro. Shit. Imagine the Cardinals come out and do it again.
I think
Marvin Harrison.
I think I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Wow.
Ooh.
All right, so we're going to dump the Ravens.
That was Lions have looked terrible.
Trevor hates dumping our Ravens.
Unbelievable right there. Unbelievable.
I didn't peg you as a Ravens guy.
He's a big Ravens guy, but just depends on the year.
Moving right along. What was our first game? Texans-Vikings?
Texans-Vikings.
Chargers-Steelers.
Chargers-Steelers. Cardinals-Lions.
All right, sounds good. We got a fun one. That'll be a fun graphic, too.
There's a lot of good games this week.
There is.
But I guess we should hit the last week first.
In week 2, there was not a lot of good games in week 2, but they turned out to be good games, especially in the 1 o'clock window.
Yeah, those the most games that any time all this season.
There was I was blessed in week 2 to be somewhere with a ton of TVs on right in front of me. Also with the Surfside, which is most famous for being tea and lemonade, having like an Arnold Palmer spinoff. It's from Jersey, but they actually had a green tea Surfside, which was the first one was really good, but the second one was just mid. But anyways, I say that to bring it back to football. And say in the 1 o'clock window, there was a lot of games that finished close at the exact same time. Like the Bucs-Lions finished at the same time as the Jets-Titans and the Raiders-Ravens. There was a lot of really good games in the 1 o'clock window.
There was.
I guess now we have to talk about the Browns and the Jags. Sadly.
I feel like we got to do it in order, right?
What order? They were all playing at the same time.
We got to start with Thursday Night Football and Trevor's favorite team getting absolutely demolished. Tua played terrible, then he almost died.
Wait, okay. Can I just say this? Is that not like the dumbest thing you've ever seen a quarterback do?
No, he had to fall forward. It was 4th down.
Have you not watched Will Levis play this season?
I have watched it play, but like at an individual moment, he's got the first down. He doesn't got to fall for it. He's past the sticks, and he launches headfirst into the chest of a defender.
I think it was a frustration move. I'm not excusing it, but I'm saying I think it was a frustration.
That was crazy. If you're going to fall forward to avoid contact. He went into contact.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Also, Trevor kept saying that game wasn't over when he got injured.
It wasn't over. It was the middle of the third quarter, and they were about to score.
There were only 3
James
scores.
Cook played amazing that game. 3 touchdowns. I'm glad he got some flowers for having a.
Do we think Tua did that on purpose so we wouldn't have to hear about losing another big game?
I can't believe way you asked me that shit. On a live.
What is it? They're one. What was the stat? They're 1-11.
I say a lot of dumb shit. All right. No way. When did you think of that? When did you think of asking me that?
Sure.
It's a conspiracy. He's got his tinfoil hat on.
They're like 1-11 in big time games or something. Their last 12.
Thursday Night Football is a terrible product.
2 is terrible again. 3 interceptions.
They need to put college. They need to put college on Thursday night primetime instead of NFL. Have like the best college NFL. I just came up with that shit. They need to do that instead. Have the best college game of the week on it Thursday night. Have them boys back in class Friday morning.
Well, Trevor,
I got Tua's dead.
What's wrong with it? Trevor, what's wrong with this team? They can't win big games. They can't beat the Bills. How can they fix this if you're a Dolphins fan? Okay. How do you fix this?
In my professional opinion, I'm not a doctor, but I'm the closest thing to it when it comes to football.
Go ahead, continue, Trevor. That was, you're a doctor. Okay.
So that's how I feel about Thursday Night Football. It's a flaw. It's a bad.
So you're just blaming everything on it being Thursday.
No, see, Terry, you asked me a question, and I've only said 5 words. I have a whole sentence coming. Just give me a second. Made me lose my train of thought. Damn it. Anyways, so that's an easy thing to blame it on. Oh, Thursday night they looked bad. They couldn't get They couldn't get the offense going. But that's how they looked last week too. So maybe it's like an early season thing, but it's not like it matters now. Tua's headed to the IR, right?
So week 8 at least.
But they started slow in week 1. The Jags kind of just
gave that
game
away.
They didn't give it to them, but they let them back in the game.
They gave it away.
They didn't give them the win, but they took their foots off their necks.
They gave it away.
But it's just
weird, like a 14-point deficit, though. That's comeback-withable.
But I feel like the last 2 years, the Dolphins have started off strong and then fell off later in the season. This year, it's just been like they've looked.
What about the Ravens game? Was that a 20, 30-point comeback?
What?
Oh, I thought you meant in a game. Never mind.
No, I'm saying it's a season because they started off strong last 2 seasons and then eventually fell off. This year they just started slow.
Oh, I do want to say something. I don't know if I said something about him last week. Now that we're on the Dolphins talk, but I got a lot of shit. I got a bone to pick with Odell Beckham Jr. What is he getting paid that much for? Last year, 18 million, 35 catches, but like he put an MVP chain on Lamar on like Thursday Night Football. Okay, he's not even playing. Like, what does OBJ do anymore?
No, Trevor, do you want to getting paid for? Which happens to certain players somewhere in his career. He's getting paid for his name and what he has not what he will do.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that because as a concept, if OBJ is out there playing and he's 35,
exactly a concept. You're paying for his name. He's not gonna. He's cooked.
Okay, but listen, 35 catches is fine for a Dolphins wide receiver 3, but he's not even that. I'm saying that was my bone with him last year. Was 18. I don't know how much money he's making this year.
When's the last time he's been good? Like 2020.
The expectation is the Dolphins are kind of weak at wide receiver 3. It's Hill, Waddle. Berrios is good when he was there, but then it's a fall off. You know, if anybody gets injured, if anybody's gone, it's a fall off. And you bring OBJ in, and like I'm so
Trevor,
sick of OBJ.
Trevor, you're completely wrong. Me and Kerry have been talking about this for 2 years. What's the problem with the Dolphins?
Oh, no. That's that. I just had that bone that I had to get off because I'm sick of him on the field before the game with the shirts, and he's got abs, and he's got a new fade and the earrings.
Oh, you got to check out the abs.
And catches, and my girlfriend won't stop looking at them. Anyways,
I do want to say
the problem is the offensive line.
Trevor, OBJ has not had more than 35 catches in a season since we were all in college.
Is that true? No, that's got to be fake.
He has since 2019 was the last year he had more than 35 catches.
$18 million last year for 35 catches. I rooted for the Ravens last year. That was annoying. And it's annoying this year because it's like the Dolphins have a bad offensive line. But like I was so like ready to be happy for Tua to have like, okay, it's third down. It's a game against the Bills or it's a game against somebody. It's a close game and it's third down and we got to convert it. Not only do we have Tyreek Hill, not only do we have Jalen Waddle, we have OBJ. He's supposed to be reliable. He's just not there. But I don't want to talk about it for forever. But yeah, I'm sick of OBJ. We can talk about the O-line now. Just don't blame it on Tua.
Wait, I just wonder what Zach's thoughts are on Tua now after that game. Because I feel like nobody's talking about his actual performance. They're just talking about his injury.
So I think it's pretty clear that, given Tua's physical limitations, that offense requires it necessitates like perfect timing on everything. Like the routes have to be timed up perfectly. That guy has to be in the exact right spot.
Well, they just gotta find a gap or find a hole. Like find a in between a zone.
Well, but the problem is because that whole team is built around getting the ball out quickly to guys that can make moves and create space. Right?
Yeah.
That's a whole offense is designed around it. So that's why they haven't spent money on O-line. It's like, well, the ball's coming out quick enough. It's not going to matter.
God, man. What? No, I was making Zach's point for him. Yeah, like that's the whole point is the offensive line's not going to matter. That wasn't the truth.
That's the philosophy, though, is that our offensive line's not going to matter because the ball's coming out too quick for the defensive line to get there anyway.
Yeah.
The problem arises when you have two main guys. You can double both those guys, and then that takes away any threat. Now Tua has to take the time to go to a third option at wide receiver who isn't as good at the offense as Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, so they're not running the routes as well. They're off their position, so they're off their spot, and that's what happened when you watch those interceptions. I mean, Robbie Chosen's just not where he needs to be. He's just not where he needs to be.
Sick of that guy being.
I think he got demoted. I think they sent him to the practice squad.
Did they?
I think they did.
He's like barely better than Chase Claypool, in my opinion.
Oh, it's a battle between them. They're both.
He's
awful.
barely better than him.
Most annoying NFL player. It's got to be one of those two.
All right, ready for 1 p.m. games?
Let's do it. Shout out to the Bills, though. Again, keep teaching the Dolphins that Josh Allen's still their daddy.
Every time.
Do we know, has there been any official word about how long Tua is going to be out?
At least week 8. He's going to meet with doctors.
Damn, Skylar Thompson, Dolphins.
No, they have a very easy schedule, though, over those, like...
I was just about to look up their schedule. I was wondering if I should do that
They play the Seahawks, the Titans, the Patriots, and the Colts.
Cardinals, which is a winnable game.
All those are winnable games. None of those are crazy. If Thompson could not screw up.
No, I don't know, dude. They look bad with Skylar Thompson.
Well, it's because Skylar Thompson is bad.
No, yeah.
It's hard to play with that O-line, though.
Well, it's hard to play at that O-line if you're not getting the ball out quickly. Which is what they do so well early in the year, and then they struggle out later in the year as it gets colder.
That's I don't think Tannehill works there too, because he needs a better O-line.
And I was talking to someone earlier in the week, and they suggested Ryan Tannehill, and I said that same thing. Tannehill needs a little bit more time, and Tannehill does well off of play action. And bro, if you try to do play action in Miami right now,
I think Huntley would be fun. I'd start Huntley once.
Huntley would probably be the best play.
Yeah, just he's fine. He can run an option
because they just signed him yesterday, I think.
And he's a Pro Bowler. Ooh.
Yeah. All right.
Signing for a Pro Bowl quarterback, Tyler Huntley.
Let's talk about a blowout as little as we can. Chargers, Panthers, but Bryce Young lost his job. They might be the worst team in the NFL. He was absolutely terrible. But did he deserve to get benched?
It's tough to say. I don't think that I don't know what the Panthers. I don't know what their organizational what's their goal.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a better team with Dalton, but it's they're not.
But it's
good team.
You got the first round pick.
You
traded away your future to get a first round pick, and then you don't do anything in free agency really to help him out that much, except get all your best players.
They bring in Deontay Johnson, brother.
They completely revamped that O-line. The O-line has not been an issue this year. That's what everybody's saying. The O-line has been good.
I have a question about
been good.
The O-line has been good.
It has not been good.
It's been much better than last season.
I have a question about the Panthers for both of you. It's less about football, more about football fandom. I've heard an idea float around that when a team is so bad, like truly, you can't what are you doing when you're rooting for the Panthers? What are you rooting for as a Panthers fan on Sunday? Should you be allowed to redshirt the season, be a fan of another team, and then bring back the Panthers next year?
I'm considering it.
I feel like people were just rooting for the development of Bryce Young. Now it's what are you rooting for the development of Andy Dalton?
I know. What are you rooting for, man?
Yeah, the Red Rocket will develop himself. He'll have a second coming like Sam Darnold is.
Last things about this game, Quentin Johnson finally showed up for the first time in a year.
Huge day. Also.
And Trevor, I don't give you your props enough, but J.K. Dobbins has looked outstanding.
He has.
He looks unbelievable. But you guys' comeback to that was never that he was a bad running back, just that ACL is going to pop, and it might. So let's hope it doesn't.
Well, I think Alton Slater had the highest graded offensive.
Yeah,
they look really good, dude.
Yeah, and Alt is huge, dude.
Yes, he is.
He's good.
He's very good.
All right, here's another game we totally want to talk more than a minute about. Giants, Commanders. Jaden Daniels looked good again.
You know how ESPN...
He looked all right. I wouldn't go as far as saying good. He looked all right. He was the best quarterback in that game.
That's a lot. Neighbors look good, though.
Yeah, Neighbors did look good.
Now if you could only get a quarterback.
Didn't Daniel Jones have an okay day, but all he did was spam Malik Neighbors?
Yeah, he played fine. He had a couple touchdowns, no turnovers.
It was like Jared playing offense on
Madden. Yeah.
there's a receiver he likes. He just hits that button every time. But the
forced trades are off. All you have is Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
Dude, Jared's Madden teams are like
those are just a Pro Bowl team.
Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, like unbelievable.
He'd have Devontae wide receiver 5.
That's actually a perfect way to describe this game. And I don't think anyone that's listening to this podcast is gonna have any idea what we're talking about, except maybe Jared and Zane.
All right. Let's head to another one of Trevor's rough defeats last week.
First of all, never mind. Go ahead. What game are you talking about?
His lovely, one of his favorite players, Lamar Jackson, choking away the game to a guy Trevor refers to as Gardner Minshew, who I think had like crazy stats in the fourth quarter. He went off to get them back in that game. Trevor, how do you lose to Gardner Minshew?
First of all, it's actually worse than you make it sound because I don't say min shit. I say mid
shit. Sorry.
Yeah. So, yeah, I actually said he was going to be the first quarterback to get benched as well, but that has less to do with him and more to do with my love for Aiden O'Connell. I look just like that guy when I shave my head, dude.
You kind of do, actually.
But
shave your head.
Shave your head.
I might. If he starts, I might shave my head for Aiden O'Connell. But yeah, man, the Ravens are they are so much better than an 0-2 team. Like, and I will say that's one thing that they're way better than being 0-2. But the road doesn't get easier. Next week, they go to Dallas. Then they play the Bills. Then they play the Bengals. So,
could they be 0-5 or 1-4? It's not out of the question.
And then they get the Commanders. And then they go to the Bucks and Browns, dude. Jeez.
That's a
tough their schedule's crazy. But, yeah, this is a good team. It's kind of bringing up another interesting point, like how the AFC North will kind of turn out.
Not the Steelers first.
Yeah, it's weird, just like it is every year. But, like, the Steelers have to choke that away, right? Like, the Ravens are so talented. The Bengals should be fiery. I read something about the Bengals, which we'll get there when we get there. But, yeah, super disappointing for the Ravens. It doesn't look like it's going to get much easier in the next 3 weeks. And I'm actually supposed to, week 4, I'm supposed to be in a bar in Tampa meeting with a group of Buffalo Bills fans that I was cussing out on Twitter. So
we may never hear from you again.
Yeah, that's going to be rather interesting. I really need them to win that game. So
please win.
Yeah.
He's going to build a shrine to Lamar in his closet and light
that's
candles
week 4.
every
that's
night
week
before he
4.
goes
We
to
got
bed.
time to figure it out, guys. But
all right, another game I don't want to talk a lot about. Seahawks Patriots. I don't say Geno Smith looked great though.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah. Seahawks
Is he a top 10 quarterback now, Kerry?
He's closer.
Trevor. That guy on Twitter.
He
keeps coming after Trevor every
Dude, that's what I was gonna say. Every time Geno Smith does something good, like my phone ding ding, and it's Twitter, that guy. Dude.
I was getting all those notifications because I'm tagged to that thread, and I was like, dude, this conversation ended 4 weeks ago.
You know he's going to just do it every single week now.
I will say I had DK Metcalf on my bench. That kind of hurt.
That's rough.
But I started Rashee Rice and Zay Flowers, so it was all right.
Patriots would have won that game with a better quarterback.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda, brother.
It's not like we don't have one on the roster.
You think so?
Their line is terrible.
Harry, these are the kind of dogfights. This game went to overtime, right?
Yes, it did. Jason Myers.
These are the kind of dogfights that y'all are supposed to be in. Like the Seahawks are a good team. They're 2-0. They're like maybe an NFC wildcard team. Like
the problem was the Patriots' offense was fine in the first half. Then it just did nothing. The line fell apart in the second half.
The Patriots,
their line is terrible. It was the reason they won week 1 is their line was actually calm, but last week it was not.
Who's that guy that I told you about that I like?
Oh, the rookie?
Yeah.
I knew what you were talking about. I forget his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But
he started, I think. Wallace? No, Layden's?
Yeah, Layden's. Yeah.
But
anyways, yeah, the Patriots they're a fighting dog, man.
It's time to talk about this one. I know me and Trevor are going to go after someone on this podcast. How do you lose to a rapist like Deshaun Watson and get outplayed by a
alleged rapist?
Maybe not if this new incident.
I don't know.
He might be a confirmed rapist after winning a game like this, dude.
He wasn't good though. Again,
he was. No. He didn't give it away like he did in week 1.
Trevor, how do you feel about this Jaguars team and Trevor Lawrence?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Well, mine will be quick. Then we'll let Zach go into his whatever he's got to go into.
Is Trevor Lawrence a bust, Trevor?
No.
You won't say it yet?
I need to look up one thing, and that's who the Jags play this week. They play the Bills and then the Texans. Dude, I'm just saying. I think Doug Peterson gets fired sooner rather than later. Zach, talk to us.
I'll hate that.
I'm for it. So here's the thing that is like the most frustrating to watch because, this is professional football, right? This is professional football.
I think so.
This is professional football. And Jags fans don't know who's calling the plays. Because at the beginning of the season, Doug's like, oh, it's going to be a combined effort. It's going to be me and Press. Okay, well, what that tells me is that him and Press Taylor are basically rotating drives, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And then, so I look at that and I'm like, okay, so they're rotating drives. And we had to spend, I believe, 3 timeouts on Sunday because we couldn't get the fucking play call in before the play clock hit 0. It's like, someone call the plays. I don't care who it is. Tell us who's calling the plays so we can see who's fucking it up. Because it was a home game. We should not have trouble getting play calls in a home game. I would understand it if it was an away game, crowds loud, whatever. But like, we're having trouble getting the play calls in a home game? That's coaching. Now, as far as the players go, Trevor Lawrence did not look good, and I won't even argue for him.
Wow.
Trevor Lawrence did not look good. That being said, almost no part of this team looked good. Almost none. Secondary was subpar. The defensive line couldn't create that much pressure on Watson, which was really infuriating after having a pretty good week 1. Although it was the Dolphins O-line, so maybe we don't have a pass rush. Maybe that's just us now. We're just the shittiest team in the NFL. Who knows?
7 straight
defensive line looked terrible. Offensive line looked terrible. Our pass rush win percentage on the offensive line was awful. Half our guys ranked in the bottom 10 in the league at their position. It's just fucking unacceptable.
Zach, never mind.
Special teams was terrible.
I thought you were coming to a stop. Keep going.
Special teams was terrible.
But did they have fun, Zach? Isn't that all that matters?
No, it's not all that matters.
Zach, let me ask you something. Now that, not that big comeback and that big playoff win wasn't reality. I'm just using this as a figure of speech, but like back to reality, back to earth. Do you think that playoff win, that glory in the second half, although the first half was a bit ugly?
Everybody forgets he threw 4 interceptions, and if that comeback didn't, Trevor Lawrence he'd been the laughing stock of the NFL after that first half.
Just the Jags as a whole. Is that attainable? Winning that playoff game and like having your way in the playoffs. Is this team good enough?
This team right now?
Yeah. No, like this roster. Even
this
if they
roster.
Get better.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, this roster. Not with the way they're playing right now. No, it's not attainable. It's not. Offensive line's bad. The run game, both running backs have multiple fumbles on the year. Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked great, but even when he's played pretty good, we also have the highest drop percentage in the league by our wide receivers, which is tough through 2 weeks. Defense looks subpar. We're not creating a lot of pressure. We did a decent job against Tua, but I mean, we were just talking about how bad the Dolphins O-line is, so maybe our pass rush isn't that good. It's like there's not a part of this team that I can look at and say, at least we're doing this well. Maybe Cam Little. The kicker looks good. The rookie kicker looks fine. There you go. There's not a part of this team that I look at and say, yeah, that gives me hope. At least we're doing this right. We can figure the rest out. Offensive line, defensive line, secondary, skill players, and the quarterback doesn't look great. There you go.
What is the biggest lengths you're willing to go on a statement as far as like emotion right now? Are you gonna say like would you say like fire him now, or like
you say Press Taylor should be shot?
I said in the offseason, if they don't get rid of Press Taylor because Doug won't let them, they should get rid of Doug.
So are you at that point? Get rid of Doug or not yet?
Yeah, I'm at that point.
Get rid of Doug.
Listen, here's the thing. Results speak for themselves, okay? Results speak for themselves.
Zach is in shambles, dude.
I'm not in shambles. I told you guys last week I'm not going to believe in him until they give me reason to believe in him.
I don't mean Zach. I just mean like being a Jags fan right now.
Listen. I'm out on Doug Peterson because much like Trevor, you understand this. Much like what was Dan Mullen and his best buddy,
Todd
the DC.
Yeah.
Okay, much like that. If you're so loyal to a guy that you're going to let your team fail, then you don't deserve to be the leader of that team. You don't deserve to coach that team. Was it Grantham at Florida?
Yeah, Todd Grantham, the DC.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like I miss Dan Mullen right now. Just if you're gonna fire Doug Peterson, make sure you get the right guy in there. But it looks like the Jags are at like a worse spot than the Gators were when we got rid of Dan Mullen.
I heard
that defense is just awful.
I heard the boosters already raised enough money to buy out Billy Napier.
That's awesome. That's good news.
Yeah, I saw that on
good news.
I believe that was on like Sunday. I saw like the day after they'd already raised enough money to buy him out.
And Zach, it's a good thing you played a good round of golf today, because if you look up, you got 2 away games at the Bills, at the Texans. It doesn't get much easier.
I'm less worried about the Bills than I am the Texans.
Is that in?
Because Josh Allen owns Josh Allen. They're both away games.
Yeah.
I think the Jags need to go to London. Yeah, it's the only place to ever play well.
Oh, London?
When is that? That's probably later in the year.
I don't know. I was just looking at.
I don't think we go to London this year, do we?
Dude, wow. I was gonna say there's no way they're going back to London again.
They do every year, don't they?
Maybe that's why the memes make sense.
I thought the Jags play their own.
We play against the Patriots in London, and we play against the Chicago Bears in London
this year.
Both this year, yes.
2 games
in London.
It's taking a 2, and actually, it's back-to-back weeks in London.
They just need the London Jaguars.
What they did last year, 2 weeks in London.
Is it time for a conversation that we need to have the London Jaguars permanently?
No, we just got the city to sign off on a new stadium. What we need to do is we need to do instead of moving the franchise, we move that head coach somewhere. He could be a decent college coach, maybe. Who knows?
Like Matt Rule. I love Matt Rule, dude.
Aaron Rodgers and the Jets picking up their first win as a Jet, beating the Titans.
Second win as a Jet. He started that game and they beat the Bills.
I forgot. But Titans defense still looking good. Jets offense still kind of meh.
Yeah.
Pulled out the win. My boy Will Levis, he looked better than last week, but these turnovers, man, every week.
Yeah. This is how the Jets are going to
Hey, at least Trevor Lawrence isn't turning the ball over.
That's true.
This isn't even turning the ball over. This is like being a meme.
They're like, it's like the stupidest plays you've ever seen. Like, he played fine in that game outside of that, but then he makes the 2 stupidest plays. Like,
everybody surrender Cobra. Surrender Cobra in honor of Will Levis. Surrender Cobra.
It's kind of like Josh Allen, but like Josh Allen can do that because he makes up for it with great plays. But like Will Levis, you can't be Josh Allen without talent, bud.
And this is
Josh Allen without talent. Just a big guy with a strong arm.
Basically.
Yeah, this is Josh Allen. This is Josh L.
Calvin Ridley went off, though. Zach might miss him.
No, instead of Josh Allen, this is Josh
I do not miss him.
You don't miss Calvin Ridley with 80 yards, 2 touchdowns?
One was like a pitch pass, and then like an end around. And
that touchdown catch was great, though.
Yeah, congrats, dude.
It was great. It's better than Brenton Strange or whoever Trevor Lawrence is throwing to now.
Brenton Strange is the backup tight end.
Yeah. That was close. All right. Vikings upsetting 49ers. Sam Darnold again.
It wasn't an upset. Listen, the Vikings haven't lost to the Niners since like 1989 or something like that.
That's true.
And Sam Darnold is the guy. What did I tell you guys before the season started? Comeback player of the year? This guy's going to be in the MVP conversation.
Seriously, so do they bring Let's say he has he keeps it up, has a really good year. So do they keep McCarthy as a backup next year?
Yeah, McCarthy's only 27, bro.
Trade McCarthy.
He was a first-round pick, right?
Trade him.
Darnold?
Dude, you know how much Carolina would give you for J.J. McCarthy right now?
J.J. McCarthy would stink in Carolina, dude.
You know how much Carolina would give you for J.J. McCarthy? You trade them, and they give you like 8 first-round picks and their best player for J.J. McCarthy.
They're getting Shedeur, man.
Oh, dude, that's going to suck for them.
But Niners.
Speaking, listen, can I just say, I think Shedeur Sanders is the most overrated player in college football.
Yeah. He's very talented, but I don't know.
He's very talented, but he fires things. He's not just.
He's a terrible leader.
Put him anywhere, and he's talented.
He's a terrible leader.
Terrible leader.
I wouldn't even say. I'm just talking about.
I don't think he could lead a locker room. I think he's about me, not we. You know what I'm saying?
And we've seen,
Shut up. Why are you showing me your wrist?
There's nothing on it.
Is it time to start worrying about the Niners? CMC, IR, and now Debo's out for foreseeable future?
It doesn't matter, bro. Debo is just a cool name at this point. He's only relevant. He's only relevant because he's changed it. No, he's really good, but I'm just saying, like.
So he's still buying the Niners as one of the favorites in the NFC?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Zach is not.
I'm not.
How long is McCaffrey out?
McCaffrey is out till week 5 at least.
Then they're.
Debo's at least 3 weeks, I think.
If he's coming back in week 5 or week 6, then they're still contenders.
I'm out on the Niners winning the NFC.
I'll tell you who I am out on
in the NFC.
But we're not there yet.
I think that I think there's a lot of teams in the NFC that look better than them right now.
Sure.
And they're more beat up than a lot of teams.
Speaking of the team,
when it comes to the end of the year, are you out of them being a contender or no?
I'm on a Coors Banquet, he say, and a little baby bottle. Well, call this. You're having the tall boy. I'm having the small boy. How about that?
There it is.
He loves small boys.
There it is.
Speaking of good teams.
Speaking of small boys.
Dallas Cowboys.
This was another rough one for Trevor. One of Trevor's favorite teams falling apart, his favorite quarterbacks. Nobody thought the Saints were for real last week, killing the Panthers, but that offense was incredible in the first half. Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Shaheed. Where did the Saints team come from? They look incredible.
I don't know where they came from, but whatever they're taking in New Orleans, listen, Jacksonville's not that far from New Orleans. You just send some over there. I don't know what's in the water over in New Orleans, but I think that they took it personally that everyone was writing their season off as like, oh, they're going to be maybe an 8-win team, miss the playoffs.
I mean, Derek Carr got so much slander from his own fan base and then just come out playing like this.
Yeah.
It's still kind of early for me to believe in them, but
the Saints live and breathe on Alvin Kamara, I think. They'll go as far as he can take them.
No.
Yeah. I don't think
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is sustainable. I don't think riding Derek Carr is sustainable. Like a cool 2 weeks, awesome. They're 2-0. They put up 45 points against the Cowboys. That's awesome.
It's been a deep ball, dude.
But I just don't think it's sustainable.
If Rashid Shaheed is still available in your league, pick that man up ASAP.
He's not available in any league with more than 10 people in it.
Yeah.
You never know.
No possible way. I just don't think it's sustainable. And if it is sustainable, it's because of Alvin Kamara. It's because he stays healthy an entire year. He's the best player on that offense.
I think you're buying high on Kamara.
Why? Wait, okay. I think you're buying high on Derek Carr.
I think it's both. The passing game and the running game.
Yeah, but Kamara helps out in the passing game. He's passing and running.
They have Olaf, Shaheed, Taysom Hill. You never know what that guy's going to do.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
I'm not scared of those guys.
Kubiak is good. It is really just Kubiak has changed his offense.
Yeah.
They've done so much play action now, and their offenses look so much better versus last season.
Yeah, play action with Alvin Kamara. But also,
Trevor, you worried about your Cowboys?
Yeah, it's time for them to panic, dude. It's time for them to panic because I was talking about them earlier on.
Hey, it's a good thing they re-signed Dak.
Right? Yeah. Dak is fine. This is often, but you need to have, like when Donald Trump said, I don't have a plan, but I have concepts of a plan. You have to have concepts of a plan of running the ball. And who do they got in there? Zeke and Deuce.
Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dowdle.
That's not it. That's not a running game. This is not going to be
Rico!
the last time that we see the Dallas Cowboys lose a game by 20 plus.
Probably.
Because they have no concepts of a running game, and you need that. It's the NFL, bro.
All right, Trevor, I'll let you take this one. Bucks upsetting the Lions.
Wow, what a time to be a Bucks fan, dude.
Dude, this guy is the fakest fan of all.
No, I'm not.
I hate this guy. I hate him so much.
No.
You know, he didn't even pick his team in the playoffs. Me and Carrie picked him, and he didn't pick his team to beat the Eagles.
He's not a real fan.
In fact, the week of that episode, he wore an Eagles shirt to the episode.
It's because I'm an analyst more than anything else.
Oh, come on. What are you doing?
I'm hot. I got hot. I turned the fan off. Anyways, man, we'll give the Bucks the flowers as they deserve. They won the game without Antoine Winfield. But did you guys see Aiden Hutchinson, dude?
He went off, dude.
3.5 sacks in the first quarter.
He finished with 5, right?
Huh?
He finished with 5, I think, right? Or
yeah, he finished with 5.
4.5.
I thought it was 5.
Unbelievable, dude. He was a problem. And this game he's kind of what this game was kind of Aiden Hutchinson just going back and forth. Neither offense could get anything going, not because they were coming up short, just the defenses this felt like a playoff game. And it was last year. The Lions won by 8. We were going to make this a pick'em game last week, but all three of us would have taken the Lions with Winfield out. Yeah. So, but man, the Bucks winning this game was unbelievable. There's no, especially being in the NFC, like where do you draw the line with this Bucks team being in the NFC?
If they keep playing like this, they're one of the
really? No, I'm asking you. So I'm asking both of you. Where do you draw the line?
This NFC,
the AFC, anybody can fall apart at any time.
Yeah.
But the NFC, okay, the Saints, I trust the Bucks more than the Saints, which I think both of you guys do too. You guys both like the Vikings. I like the Vikings. They just beat the Lions.
What did you clown me for putting them in the playoffs like earlier this offseason? I can't remember who it was, but one of you, I'm going to go back and update you. Probably Trevor.
No, I gave you a very hard time for both you guys. Sam Darnold, comeback player of the year, but
listen, you put a guy who's showed flashes so that he could be a good quarterback in a good situation, and I promise you, he's always going to perform well.
But you know what's the funny thing? Isn't that good of a situation?
It's a pretty good situation.
But besides, obviously JJ, but besides that, he doesn't have really anybody.
Jordan Addison is a great.
Trevor, he hasn't played this year.
But still, he's part of the situation.
No, but I'm saying right now, Addison, Hawkinson, both aren't playing. So even without those two guys,
it's a decent O-line.
And Aaron Jones is really a quarterback.
He's got a decent O-line, and he's got a good running back in Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is a quarterback's best friend.
Throwing to Johnny Munt.
I can't believe Brandon Powell is still in the NFL. That's amazing.
But I'm just saying, something is up with this Lions offense. I don't know what it is. But
I don't know what it is either.
Zach, you remember when Will Grier was at Florida?
Yeah.
He was throwing passes to Brandon Powell, and he's still in the NFL.
Bo was like 5 minutes behind. But
what is Will Grier doing now? Is he making TikToks with his brother?
He might
probably working for UPS or something. Amazon's always hiring.
All right.
I want to look that up. Y'all keep going.
Now it's time to clown Trevor for like the 4th time this week.
Trevor did not have a good week.
Trevor was hyping up this. Trevor was hyping up this man all week 1. He was like, he bet on this game, and he was like, "There's no way." I'm like, Trevor, you should watch out for this game because it'd be a trap game. He's like, "There's no way Malik Willis is going to do well."
Yes, Malik Willis, my guy.
Anthony Richardson, who looked absolutely terrible.
Malik Willis looks better than Jordan Love.
He didn't have to do anything, no.
Malik Willis looks better than Jordan
throws,
Love.
though.
He balls,
that's all it takes.
Anthony Richardson, no, he's not there yet, Trevor. He's not.
Quarterback controversy in Green Bay. Don't give this man a chance. He's far too talented.
I think that worked for 1 week. I don't think it's going to work again.
Wait, how long is Jordan Love out?
3 weeks, I think. They ran the ball 53 times for 261 yards.
What are you saying?
What?
What did you just say?
They ran the ball 53 times for 261 yards in that game.
That ain't good.
Colts run defense? Mm-mm. And Buckner just went on IR.
Yeah, Buckner just on IR. I saw that today.
Colts not looking good either.
Dude, the Colts and the Jags are going to be
and the Titans. The AFC South is not looking good.
The AFC South is in shambles right now.
Dude, I think I said that to maybe Twitter or somebody on Sunday. I was like, dude, the Texans are going to have this thing wrapped up by like week 11 or 12 or something.
Trevor, how do you feel about your baby, Anthony Richardson, after you hyped him up so much week 1 to have such a bad game?
He didn't have a bad game. He had some bad turnovers, but he did not have a bad game.
You literally texted me today and admitted he had a bad game.
No, I didn't.
I will pull it up.
Pull up the messages.
I did not say that.
Pull it up. Pull it up. Post it in the group chat and I'll put it.
But he did not have a bad game.
Put it in the group chat on Twitter and I can put it on here.
I'll get it for you. So while you look for that, start on the.
You're not going to find it.
Rams-Cardinals game.
Dude, I feel so bad for Matthew Stafford. Puka goes down. Kupp goes down. He's left with nobody. Is Tutu Atwell even still there? Is Tutu even still there?
I think so. He's Tyler Johnson.
Woo!
Yeah, Kyler looked incredible though.
Kyler did look good.
Marvin Harrison too, dude. Jeez Louise. After a rough week in Ohio, Marvin Harrison made the people happy in Ohio. Rough week to be an Ohio person. But yeah, what did he have in the first quarter? Like 130 yards and a touchdown?
Something crazy like that.
Like I said last year when I was like, Dak is going to shut a lot of people out, and this year I said Kyler is going to shut a lot of people out. People are shutting up. My life has gotten a lot more quiet.
You've also made a lot of bad predictions this year.
I'm actually in a fight on Twitter right now. That guy Buffalo KL is in my DMs. Dude, I have nightmares about that guy.
Why? You scared of him?
No. Yes. Nah, he's just, I don't know. Always in my Twitter. Get out of my Twitter, man. What are we talking? Let's talk about week 3, man. I'm tired of talking about the past. Feels like I'm harping.
How about Bengals Chiefs? Zach, did the refs cost them that game?
Honestly, I've watched that play over and over and over again, that pass interference call. And it's going to be a hot take and no one's going to like it. I think it was the right call. Sadly. It's a tough call to make in that situation. Like, first off, I want to say I've seen that not been called a ton of times, but I think it was defensive pass interference, and no one's gonna like that opinion. But
every time, man, Patrick Mahomes does absolutely nothing. He just gets bailed out by luck at the end, man.
Yeah, I mean it's absolute because here's the thing: the Bengals guy didn't even need to do that. He didn't even need to do that.
It wasn't even a catchable ball.
No. In fact, him jumping into him, like if he would have stayed behind him, he would have picked it off, and the game would have been over. But he jumped into the guy. I think it's just a stupid play by the Bengals defensive back.
I don't know. Bengals should have won that game.
They should have. Sadly.
It just makes me sad. All right, I need Trevor here to talk about the next one.
So one of his boneheaded takes?
Yeah, before he says some nonsense, what did you think of Caleb Williams on Sunday Night Football?
I don't say
well. He did not look good. He looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
He had his best game as a pro. That's for sure. He started off well. He had 5 good throws in the first quarter.
Dude.
That first interception was a good play, good decision. Just he threw it a little short. The second interception.
I can't with Trevor.
No, go. I mean, I'm breaking down. It's what I'm breaking down.
And I just found it.
No, okay.
There's a guy who's 400 pounds who has him. He escapes, gets out of the pocket. His jersey's ripped. First of all, this is the worst offensive line in football. I don't like harping on offensive lines, especially when it's a new unit that hasn't been together a long time. But they're not doing him any favors. That's as far.
I'm not even going to argue that point.
And offensive line is like they get the most shit, but it's like offensive line. I don't even know how to describe it.
It's just like.
Well, no. So can I say this?
It's like if
Trevor's
one guy does bad,
like, I'm breaking down all these plays just to show that this guy isn't bad. Yeah, he didn't have a bad game. This wasn't a bad play, even though it was a pick. It wasn't.
And he said like 10 of those were like, okay, this is a bad throw.
His first pick was a bad throw and a bad decision.
Okay, but like he would like when talking about a quarterback he doesn't like, it's always this many turnovers. He had this many turnovers.
That's
no,
not true.
Trevor's bias is like.
That's not true. I'm not biased ever.
Okay, man.
Maybe a little bit for the Bucs and a little bit for Lamar Jackson, and that's
Trevor. It is very hard to admit that one of his quarterbacks had a bad game. Speaking of, I found the text and sent in the group chat that said AR had a bad game, Trevor, which you just denied saying.
I did not say that.
You said AR had a bad game.
I can't lie. I'm recording on my phone or else I'd look, but there's no way I said that.
AR had a bad game.
Hold on, I'm sending it to Twitter so I could put it on the.
I'm sorry, I just can't see it.
Yeah, but I wonder why.
Yeah, put it on Twitter or something. Maybe I can see it.
I'm putting on Twitter for a different reason, big dog.
He looked better in the first half. But the second half, Caleb.
Oh, God, I did say that. Shit.
Yeah. Wow. This is the second. What was the other one? No, I got you on this other one earlier this week. Trevor's like, Trevor was saying Tua had to play a bunch of good defenses.
I've never said that.
Yes, you did. Tua was like, you literally said.
We never even argued about that.
Yes, we did. Trevor's like, Tua had to play two good defenses. Josh Allen didn't have to play good defense. I'm like, 2 weeks ago you said the Bills defense was terrible. Yes, we did. I can pull this up again.
No, let me tell you what I said. Allen
has
started off the season playing against the Cardinals defense and the Dolphins defense. Those are 2 bad defenses.
And you said Tua played against 2 very good defenses.
The Jags defense
is not good.
Bills defense, which are both better than what Josh Allen has played. That's fine. But what are we getting at there?
Your text, you said Tua had played 2 good defenses. And don't interrupt me. Then I went back, pulled a clip of you 2 weeks ago saying the Bills don't have a good defense is why you put them so low in your power rankings. But now they have a good defense.
I did not say that they have a bad defense.
Yes, I can play the clip of it right now.
No.
Oh, you don't want me to?
Trevor's like, no, don't do that. No.
Wait, maybe don't do that. But hang on. Dude, they have a better defense than the Dolphins.
Just admit you're wrong sometimes, man.
No, but I'm not.
What are you talking about? The Dolphins have the highest paid corner in the NFL.
I'm not saying that the Bills have a great defense. I'm just saying that they're better than the Dolphins.
You called them a good defense. That's what you said.
They're better than the Dolphins, sure.
If you contradict yourself, just own up.
I'm not contradicting myself.
You
if I said they
yourself
were bad,
4 times in the last episode.
Better than the Dolphins. I don't know. What are you getting me on? What's the gotcha? What's the,
I'm just saying you don't know up to it. Also, Caleb Williams did not play well at all.
No,
yes, terrible. He did. He played a very good first half.
He played.
You know what good first halves get you, Trevor? As a Jags fan, I can tell you what they get you. L's. That's
okay.
You know what? I guess
that's fair.
Trevor doesn't care about.
Kerry said, "No, wait, Kerry. You said Caleb Williams did not play good at all, but that's not true because he played a very good first half.
He played an awful second half, which, if you add those together, does not mean good.
He had one bad throw in the second half.
He had multiple bad throws. He had a lot of bad throws.
No, you'll have to show them to me because I don't agree.
You didn't watch the game, so you.
I watched the game. I watched every snap. I said
you also thought you get a rushing touchdown.
I think I tweeted
No, this goes back to that Trevor doesn't think scoring is important, and somehow Caleb Williams hasn't scored a touchdown in 2 games. It's kind of important, I think
but they're 1-1. That's more important.
Their defense scored all their points. You can put Zach Smith.
You want to have a conversation about the Chicago Bears? We can.
First off, you put Zach Smith at quarterback. We're going for 350 yards passing, 7
exactly.
touchdowns a game.
Dude,
as long as I have a good OC. If I got a good OC.
We just need the Trevor to get work toward its honesty, to admit that Caleb Williams has had bad games.
No. Okay, first off, I'll defend Trevor on this. First off, Trevor's never been honest, so we're not going to be able to get him to
exactly.
work toward that.
You're not going to expect that right now. But also,
maybe in 20, 30 years he'll grow as a person. I don't know.
But getting me on.
What?
Caleb Williams had that first interception that he threw at the end of the third quarter when he just lofted it up to DJ Moore. That was a bad decision and a bad throw.
And there was a lot of other bad throws in that game.
Like what? Like what, though?
A lot of bad throws he made.
Like what?
Like his other interception.
Which was a good decision, just a little bit too short.
There's a lot of bad throws. So
that was not a bad. I don't think that was a bad play. We can
go make another one of your spreads.
Whoa. No. First off, I'm gonna check you there, Trevor. You can't say that it was a good decision, but the throw came up too short. That means it was a bad throw.
It was not a good throw. Yeah, it was a bad throw, but it was a good decision.
There you go. It was a bad throw.
No, Zach, you're totally right here. It's like Josh. He clowns Josh Allen for the turnovers all the time, but when one of his guys does it, it's like,
First of all, I don't have guys. Who's my guys? Baker Mayfield and Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson, Caleb Williams, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. No way.
Yes, he is.
What?
I have not been an Eagles fan in like almost a full year now.
Richardson, Tua, your boy Joe Burrow.
You were saying Eagles. You were saying Eagles Super Bowl champs and Jalen Hurts MVP last year.
Yeah,
toward the end of the year.
10 weeks.
Oh wait, yeah, we should talk about this game. That Trevor's like, there's no way the Eagles are losing this game.
Okay, you guys say that I say a lot of stuff that
I can pull this one up again if you want.
No way. But I will say Caleb Williams did not have a bad game.
He did have a bad game.
Go back and watch. Okay, this is one. You can't put a 53-person performance on the shoulders of one player.
But you guys do all the time. You know how many times this Sunday I had to receive text messages from these two fucking clowns? Trevor Lawrence is a bust. How you doing, Zach? Blah,
I don't
blah,
say
blah,
that
blah.
much bad things about Trevor Lawrence. I don't say that much bad things about him.
Trevor, I saw your tweets, buddy. I follow you on Twitter.
Do I say bad stuff about Trevor Lawrence?
I saw you say multiple bad things about him, and it's just like. And then when we talk about Caleb Williams, 0 touchdowns, 2 interception performance, Trevor's like, well, you got to understand, it's not all about just the quarterback. There's 53 guys on the roster, and actually, when you look at the picks, they were good decisions, but you just slightly underthrew him or whatever, and it's like,
Zach, this 0 tweets about Trevor Lawrence on my timeline right now,
brother.
0. Kerry loves to get after Trevor Lawrence. I don't say that much bad things. I don't think he's as good as people.
I like trolling Jags fans.
Opinion on Trevor Lawrence, but Kerry is way hotter.
You guys see the one Jags fan that I tweeted Trevor Lawrence is the biggest bust, and he replied to my tweet with a picture of me from one of our YouTube videos.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I was like, where'd you get that?
I Trevor Lawrence is a game
manager
wrecker. I think if you put good pieces around Trevor Lawrence
isn't
like
that
perfect guy to have.
The problem with Trevor Lawrence is not that he's a bad quarterback; it's that he was tailed as the generational quarterback. He was supposed to be the next great quarterback, and he's just fine.
But I think he is a great quarterback in a. I don't like using the S word when I'm talking about quarterbacks. I think because once you put it on a quarterback, it's hard to take it back off. But if you could somehow, you know what? I don't even know.
Right. I don't want to. Here's what I'm going to say. I've come to this conclusion. After watching the NFL the past 4 years religiously, because I used to just watch college football. I didn't really care that much about the NFL, especially because I was a Jags fan. But I've come to this conclusion. Every quarterback, and I do mean every quarterback, is a system quarterback. And I will stand by that.
Every quarterback is a system quarterback.
Quarterback is a system
quarterback. Josh Allen is not a system quarterback.
Every quarterback is a system quarterback.
That's false.
That's absolutely true.
That is false.
Okay, I bet you if you put Josh Allen on the Panthers, he doesn't do well.
Okay, but what is the top tier? How do you differentiate
the top tier? What?
How do you differentiate the guys or do you just attribute it to a good system wins in the playoffs? Like, what do you give? Like, do you give anything to Patrick Mahomes then extra or no?
So I will say this: because here's the thing: you can tell watching, because again, I've watched football religiously over the past 4 years, especially NFL football, and these are the best at their craft or whatever. I think that good quarterbacks cannot succeed in a bad system, and good quarterbacks thrive in a great system. Bad quarterbacks, good quarterbacks fail in a bad system. Good quarterbacks thrive in a great system. So what I'm saying is, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, who I think I'm going to go ahead and say I think they're 1A, 1B. I don't think it's a clear 1-2.
Patrick Mahomes isn't even top 5, honestly.
Okay. I think they're 1A, 1B. I think either of those guys on the Panthers plays like dog shit.
That is ridiculous. No.
Yes.
No.
I think either one of those guys on the Panthers plays like
Andy Dalton's going to play well there.
Oh, shit.
How many wins for the Panthers this year under Andy Dalton?
I'm not saying wins. I'm saying he's going to play well. Last year, do you remember?
Okay, how are you defining well?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? You can't just say play well.
The game he started last year had 400 yards.
Okay, Sam Darnold threw for 260 against the Bucs in their Super Bowl season. At 260 and 3 touchdowns.
Sam Darnold?
Yeah, when he was on the Panthers.
In his Super Bowl season?
In the Bucs Super Bowl season.
What? Sam Darnold looked good at the end of that season.
Yeah.
I'll say Andy whatever his name is.
How are we defining success?
I'm just saying he's gonna impress you. He's gonna do better than you think he will do.
I need something more concrete.
You don't need something measurable. He's gonna play better than you think he will.
Did you say wait? Wait.
Get ready.
Okay. So
I say a lot of stupid shit, Zach, but I'm glad you heard that. We got to do something measurable. How did Zach?
I don't want to do something measurable.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the. I think bad systems are killers for quarterbacks. I really do.
Depends on the quarterback.
Seriously, look at Sam Darnold. He goes to the New York Jets, who it's a dumpster fire of a franchise.
Because that's Sam Darnold. That's not a top 5 quarterback.
Zach, let me ask you something.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. I don't care if it's a top 5 quarterback. Sam Darnold, the Jets, was bad. He leaves, goes to Carolina. He's bad. Goes to San Francisco for a year, is a backup, and then goes to Minnesota, and now he's had 2 of the best games of his career because he's got weapons around him in a good system.
A lot of them are systems our system.
It's hard to
differentiate. Not all of them are.
Yeah, it's hard to differentiate. Zach,
that's a ridiculous thing. Saying all 32
good quarterback in a bad system right now.
A good quarterback in a bad system.
Don't say Trevor Lawrence.
I think Trevor Lawrence is one of them.
No, okay. I don't hate that. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback.
Mr. Excuse. He's the new Justin Herbert. It's
no. I think another quarterback in a bad system right now.
My opinion on Trevor Lawrence, he can make every throw on the football field.
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
This guy does not watch football.
Possible? Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
He can reach. I'm saying physically he can. With his arm. Just with mental.
If Trevor Lawrence
mental is my beef with
If Trevor Lawrence was not as hyped up as he was, he would not be a starting quarterback for the Jaguars still.
No, but he was so hyped because his physicals are perfect. He can make every throw on the field. He's got perfect mechanics. He's tall. He sees, across the field. He can make.
They just love a tall white man. They just love a tall white man.
But the mental is where. And
honestly, I think Joe Burrow's a good quarterback in a bad system. I think Bengals system is terrible.
What?
Watch that offense. It's not a good offense.
I think they're trying to imitate the Chiefs' offense, actually.
Like
getting rid of Joe Mixon and just keeping Zach Moss.
I think
that's the new move.
Who else is in a bad system? I don't think Jacoby's ever been in a good system. I don't think he's a great quarterback, but I think he's a mediocre. Jacoby Brissett.
Dude, he isn't talented. What?
I'm saying I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I'm saying he's an okay quarterback, but he's always been in a bad system.
He's a fine backup.
Okay, but Kerry, you said he's not a good quarterback. He is a fine backup.
Yeah, he's not a starting quarterback in the NFL.
Well, he is literally.
No, he literally is. Dude, I got some news for you. That's gonna.
I got some news for you. It might blow your mind. You know that jersey you're wearing? You know that jersey you're wearing? He's actually the starting quarterback of that team.
Kerry just woke up from a coma. Dude, you're gonna want to sit down.
Hashtag not my quarterback. I don't certify the results of my starting quarterback.
It's not a surprise. He's a Boston sports fan. He doesn't like the.
That man, he's white. He's so boring. He's white.
Oh God! Let's talk about something else.
Let's fit. This is like the ultimate Zach versus Trevor win. Kirk Cousins game-winning drive over Trevor's boy Jalen Hurts, who threw the game-choking interception.
Jesus Christ, dude! Again, I haven't.
Trevor turned off the game with 1 minute left because he's like, the game's over.
It's been a long time, dude. You got to let that ship sail. I have.
You've hyped up Hurts all off season, also, dude.
No, I think he's going to have a good year. But at the same time...
Wait, who'd you pick to win the NFC South? Or, NFC East, sorry.
The Eagles, and they will.
Why? Why are the Eagles going to win the NFC East?
Because the only threat to the Eagles losing the division is Dallas with a running game.
That division is terrible.
They don't got it.
Are we back to the NFC least?
Yeah.
We didn't get out of it for very long. We got out of there for like a season and a half.
A good defense, a good passing game, and just no concepts of a running game.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think their defense is that good.
It's
they have stars, but I don't think like depth wise the corners are always hit or miss for them.
Better than average.
I think the corners, it's that thing where like corners are looking for big plays instead of looking to play good defense.
Yeah, that's basically them.
Like if I was an offense playing against them, I'd run constant every single down. I'd run it out and out.
I don't think, and their line isn't as dominant as it was in previous years. It's fine, but it's not the great O-line that it was.
But a little look ahead. If you want to make some money, I don't even know what the lines would be set at. But I think Micah Parsons is going to feast against the right side of that Ravens offensive line this week.
Probably.
If they don't figure something else.
By the way, we haven't talked about I don't think we talked about that last week, the Ravens O-line. Making all those changes.
I think we did last week.
Did we?
Trevor wouldn't admit he was wrong again. As usual.
Again, Something you tried to find and you couldn't find it. I never said that. I said, what did you say that I said? This was Derrick Henry's best?
Yeah, I wonder if Zach knows this conversation.
Okay. I've never said that.
Yes, you did, because we were talking about Taylor Lewin, and Trevor's like, this is the best line that Derrick Henry's ever had since the Titans, or the best line he's ever had. And then I was like,
I don't remember that conversation happening.
Let me ask, do you remember me saying this? Having a good line and Gus Edwards, but the line gets hurt. I don't remember how I said it, but I was like, the line is worse, but you bring in Derrick Henry, so it's okay. If this line would have been with Gus Edwards, it would have been a problem, but this line is with Derrick Henry. I never said that it was the best line.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to be 100% honest. I've been more and more convinced. I'm turning into an old man with my football takes. Watching football has turned me into an old man with my football takes. I think the most important two position groups on the football field are offensive and defensive line.
Dude, if you have bad guards in 2024,
shout out to Brandon Scherf.
Shout out to the Dolphins. Oh, LeBron James tweeted, Bryce Young, hold your head young. Rooting for you. No, this ain't on you. Continue to put the work in, shall prevail. Bro, he is terrible, dude. It is on him.
It's not all on him.
Yes, it is.
I'm going to put about 40% of the blame on him.
Harry puts a lot of stuff on Andy Dalton for some reason.
Bryce Young is terrible.
Well, he is a Boston sports fan. It's no wonder why he wants the Ginger to start.
It's Shador season, guys. Get ready. Shador and Dion.
He's going to suck there too. I mean, look at how he looked against a competent defense. Not that great.
I just really want to see Shador and Dion go to the Jaguars.
I would hate that.
Oh, God.
You think I would? You don't. Listen, I am not kidding. I would leave in a heartbeat.
Zach would throw that Bucks jersey right back on, wouldn't you?
No, I'd be a Falcons fan. At least I could go to home games.
Falcons? Oh, true.
Kirk Cousins, baby.
Kirk also, I'm a Phoenix fan.
Yeah, Zach likes Phoenix too.
So I got the future set up too.
There you go. You got Kyle Pitts will develop 1 year. Probably not this year, but maybe in like 6 years from now. It'll be the year.
And Phoenix is tied for first in passing touchdowns for rookies. So.
Same, yeah.
So is
J.J. McCarthy.
Promising.
Dude, rookies. This is supposed to be like the super highly touted rookie class of quarterback.
But nobody's throwing touchdowns except freaking Derek Carr for some reason, dude.
Trevor Lawrence got 2. Trevor Lawrence has 2 touchdowns.
Baker is 5.
Wasn't there like 30-something last week, like week 1?
And there's like the crazy part is with the new kickoff rules, like they're getting the ball further and they're still not scoring.
Yeah.
Maybe defenses are just better. Maybe it's cool to play defense. I've always stood on
I have noticed they're not flagging the defense as much this year.
I don't think
stood on the hill that being a defensive back is cooler than being a wide receiver.
Depends. I think you could be a mediocre wide receiver and be cool. I don't think you could be a mediocre defensive back and be cool.
I think you can.
Actually, you know what? Actually,
come on.
A mediocre cornerback is the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. Shout out to Jalen Ramsey.
It's true.
A lot of that money he's getting is just to probably
sell jerseys.
Sell jerseys and
paying him for once again like OBJ.
He is not what he used to.
Poor Dolphins. All right. Anything else?
Oh, we haven't done rapid fire in a while, have we?
We did that last week.
Oh, well, yeah. It's been like a whole week since we've done that. Let's do that.
All right. Is Trevor Scott a domestic terrorist?
I don't have it anymore.
No, he hasn't used violence yet.
And if it was going to happen, not to snitch on myself, FBI, but it probably would have been like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say assassins fell off.
I would say I'm closer to being a domestic terrorist than Trevor Scott.
But Zach is one of those. Zach is like, he'll do it with like the "don't tread on me." I'll just do it because I'm too drunk.
Like, what do you guys think? Did Assassins fall off? Like, they killed Lincoln. They killed
No.
But 0 for 2 with Trump. What are we doing, guys?
I think it's like with video cameras and like stats nowadays. Like
stats nerds.
You don't know if like Wilt Chamberlain ever got like dunked on or like crossed over like, but if that happens to like LeBron or KD or Steph Curry or somebody, you're gonna see it 1,000 times before Sunday. But
Cooking Curry is
All right, who's the best quarterback here? Kirk, Derek Carr, Jared Goff, Geno Smith.
Right now, it's Derek Carr.
I say Carr now.
Who is the best quarterback here right now?
I didn't say right now. I leave it up to people's interpretations.
I hate when you so you're leaving it up to mine. I don't interpret anything. Who's the best quarterback?
You just called yourself an analyst and a doctor of football, but you don't interpret anything?
Well, yeah, because I like when my terms are decided for me when it's
you can't think.
He likes very specific language, Kerry.
You can't think for yourself, is what you're saying.
Got to be objective. I got to have some rules to follow. You know, I'm going to cut out.
It's called rapid fire, dude.
I'm cutting out Geno because
rapid fire means fire rapidly, dude.
Exactly.
Jared Goff, whatever.
What undefeated team is a fraud? I think
Steelers,
it's Steelers or Seahawks.
Also I forgot the Seahawks were undefeated, but I'm going to go with the Steelers.
They beat the Broncos and the Patriots.
Yeah, I was going to say the Seahawks have two very easy wins.
And they played the Dolphins this week.
Have the Steelers scored a touchdown on offense?
I think they've like won.
Okay. That's why I'm picking the Steelers. Like, eventually TJ Watt's going to hurt his shoulder or something. He's going to miss a game or two. And they're going to get blown out by 50.
Yeah.
TJ Watt, by the way, if he doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year.
Aiden Hutchinson, though.
I don't care. Right. TJ Watt's better than Aiden Hutchinson. It's not close.
Dude, we have some graphics tonight for Zach. First of all, TJ Watt's better than Aiden Hutchinson. That's probably wouldn't do that well. That seems like common knowledge. But I really want to throw up a graphic of Zach's. What did you say earlier? Josh Allen would suck in Carolina or something?
Yeah.
I'd like to see how
that goes. Or Mahomes. I don't know what's going to do better.
I'm doing Allen just because
I think any quarterback would suck as well.
All right, who is the best kicker in the NFL right now? I got like verbally assaulted like 400 times by Steelers fans for not putting Chris Boswell in here.
The Bos?
Yeah. I kind of did that just to piss them off, but it worked.
Give me Cam Little out of Jacksonville.
Dude, I love Chase McLaughlin, dude.
It is Harrison Butker. Should the Bears be worried about Caleb Williams' slow start to his career?
I wouldn't call it a slow start. No answer. No, they're the ones like you shoot somebody and then you're surprised when he's dead.
What?
They're the reason for the slow start. But I will say
they got him like the most help.
I would say they should. Their worry meter. If it's like this big, like as big as my screen, I would put it like here.
About
not a little worried, not crazy worried.
When you talk about that line, Trevor, they could have got Marvin Harrison and an offensive tackle at like 9, or gotten Joe Alton, another offensive guy, and got him Justin Fields for another year. But no, they went with this guy that's supposed to be.
Justin Fields is 2-0, baby.
Yeah.
What weapons? Although I'm very close to not calling Keenan Allen a weapon anymore, but we'll see.
He's a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end.
Dude, I'm about to tweet that. Who do they play next? Colts on Sunday. I'm about to tweet
Don't
that.
steal my stuff.
Yeah, that's rude.
Come on.
No, I said that about somebody last year.
Everybody says that about everybody.
It was said about Kelvin Benjamin.
Jared made that joke like 3 days, like a week ago. Everybody makes that joke.
Yeah, but yeah.
What 0-2 team should be under the most pressure right now? The Ravens.
They have a hard schedule.
The Jags. They got a tough schedule too.
Rank the 3 Florida quarterbacks. Didn't we do this last week?
Well, that's easy. You go Cam Ward 1. You go
DJ Ugalag.
DJ Lagway.
No, next is Graham Mertz, and then DJU is last.
DJ Lagway wipes all 3.
Sadly, that's not true.
DJ Lagway, the true freshman.
Game on the line. Which one of these quarterbacks do you want leading your offense? Lamar, Purdy, Hurts, Burrow. Well, it's not Hurts because he'll choke it away like you did last night.
I hate
Can I say
all
Baker
three of
Mayfield?
these quarterbacks.
Nope, you have to pick one of these four.
Lamar Jackson. Why not?
I'm going Purdy.
Oh, shit, I don't like any of these guys at the game on the line.
Zach's just going to turn the TV off.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, actually, though. The most, though, out of those guys. Oh, shit.
It's rapid, Zach. Rapid.
God, I don't think any of these guys are clutch.
It's not rapid.
Can you give me the names again? I forgot them.
I just scroll down.
Burrow, Hurts, Lamar,
Purdy.
Burrow, Hurts, Lamar, Purdy. I think
just
the quarterback. I'll go
Burrow.
Goodness.
I'll go Hurts, I guess. I don't know.
All right, 3 more. Start bench cut. Tua, Dak, Hurts.
Start bench cut. Tua, Dak, Hurts.
Start Dak, bench Tua, cut Hurts.
Start Dak, sadly. Bench. This is tough. I'll bench Hurts, cut Tua. He needs to spend more time with his family and less time getting CTE.
Fair. Trevor?
Dak Hurts.
All right, who'd you rather have on your team, Josh Allen or Tyreek Hill?
Tyreek Hill.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, it's so easy.
I already have a good quarterback. Tyreek Hill on the Bucs, dude? Come on.
All right, last one. Should Tua retire? If you were in his situation as yourself, if you were him.
If I was him?
I would 100%.
If I was him and I just signed a massively guaranteed contract, yeah.
But I will say,
I don't think he gets it though. If
he is medically cleared and he decides to retire, he doesn't get the money.
I think he's
medically forced to retire, he gets the money.
I thought I saw he gets like $26 million or something if he does. If he is
the 167 is up to that. Like if it comes down to injury,
but he's set for life regardless.
Maybe.
Yeah. You are. Yeah. If Rapid Fire follows on Twitter, Beerly Football, see you tweets every day, all day.
All right, guys. I want to start a new thing at the end of the show. I want to get your takeaway from week 2 going into week 3. Just one sentence. What's your takeaway? Start with Trevor.
I'm hearing some alarms from some teams.
Okay.
Some soft alarms, but they're going
all right. Carrie.
This is going to be a weird year with guys like Sam Darnold, Derek Carr leading the way.
Fuck Doug Peterson. We're out. We'll see you guys next week talking about some week 3 action. See you next time.